Good evening. Good evening. We should have Hugh with us, but he literally just sent me a message on the thing here because I can see him without him being on camera because we have like a virtual green room. It's very sophisticated. But he's just sent me a message, and the message said that his camera on his new laptop is being a dick. So we don't have Hugh yet. So all the things I had lined up to talk to Hugh, I can't do. So Hugh is not in the virtual waiting room. In the virtual green room, not virtual waiting room, but it's a virtual waiting room and a virtual green room. But in the virtual green room are Egotist. They're going to be playing live for us quite soon. They have 2 songs to play for us, as we do every week. We try and bring you... The whole reason for doing this is that we used to do a radio show, and the radio show was all about bringing music to people that should be heard by more people and that people didn't get a chance to hear. So we, champion new bands. Not all heroes wear capes, but some of them sit in front of microphones. And especially right now in lockdown, it's really important that bands get a chance to play. So that's what we're doing. We started this because we thought we could give some of the bands that we knew, some new bands as well, a chance to play live when they weren't able to. So that's why we're doing this. That's why we started a webcast. The good thing about this, of course, is you can go back and watch it as well. If you're not enjoying me rambling, I had all these jokes lined up that I was going to do with you. It's very, very, very annoying that I can't do them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Egotist to the stream. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Egotist. How are you doing?
Not
Yes.
bad, how are you?
You doing well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all right. Everything's okay. Can't hear you. Oh no, I heard you now. I heard you now. I think, yeah. So I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for Hugh to sort his camera out, why don't we get Egotist to play their first song? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So what's the song called?
This song's called She.
She, and it's brand new. It's not reworked of anything that you guys have worked on before.
No, it's brand new.
Oh, there you go. I'll hand over now to Egotist, who are going to play you a brand new song called She.
She is the angel of all angels. I'm struggling to stand. She fell from the sky and crash landed into my lap. Spat from the sweat on the palms of her hand. I'm so glad she came back. She sits on my tongue, hot and ready to blow. I slide like sulfur down into her throat. She is my screaming phobia, my divine utopia. And I'm afraid she might choke. Take a shot, I'm not bleeding. Take my soul, I don't need it. But tell me how you are feeling. I feel how you feel. And she started to cry as the room goes cold. But the tears in her eyes are blurring the screen on her phone. Typing, this is my life, to be loved and loved. So love me, forget me, then bury me into the earth. Take a shot, I'm not bleeding. Take my soul, I don't need it. Tell me how you are feeling. I feel how you feel. She sleepwalks screaming into my brain. Naked and faithless, she kneels and prays, approaching the breaking point, but I think she's faking. I told her everything she wants to know. I gave her my soul just so she'd leave me alone.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. That was really something. I really enjoyed that. Bit of a departure from the last stuff.
Yes, well, we introduced the piano. So
yes, indeed, and let me tell you, it really works. So, have you kind of looked at any influences for that, for your new sound, or what have you been listening to? Anything in particular?
I mean, during lockdown, we've been doing a lot of sort of delving into the archives of different bands. People like Ghost Poet and Nick Cave and The Streets, and a lot of poetry, a lot of spoken word stuff. So I think that's
Excellent.
Quite a sort of spoken word place.
Yeah, and that was I think, talking of Ghost Poet and Nick Cave, two popular bands on our show that we both played quite a lot, and I think that definitely comes through. But look who's here! There he is. What we tell the world what you were doing?
Struggling with technical problems.
Right. Well, Egotist, go and get a glass of water. We'll come back to you for your cover imminently. Thank you very much. So, come on, you great big fool. What were you doing?
Well, I've got a new laptop, and even though I was looking directly at the camera, it was telling me I didn't have a camera.
Wasn't having it.
Wasn't having it. But so I've had to swap onto a larger camera. So I've now got a large picture behind me, and a bit of a not so good background.
Yeah, it's a bit shiny, but you've still got the Liechtenstein there, so you still look cool.
Still cool.
Always cool.
Tell you what, Egotist had a few pictures behind him, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They're like the family gallery.
It's a lot of dust.
I've got a few baseball cards up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you doing? How's your week been?
Oh, good, but hectic.
Oh,
hot, wasn't it? Hot.
Oh, it was hot. Just to prove that we're live, and everyone knows it was a hot week. Have you got a band T-shirt on?
No, it's a Johnny Cupcakes T-shirt.
Is that a skateboarding thing?
No, but
is he a graffiti man?
No, it's just a company in Boston, right. And they when you go in the shop, all of the T-shirts are laid out in like cake
in the shape of a cupcake.
Things. Everything's got a cupcake on.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Do you know what I prefer to T-shirts with cupcakes on?
Cupcakes,
yeah.
Cupcakes.
Absolutely. My band T-shirt this week is Archers of Loaf.
Archers of Loaf, good band.
Yeah. And do you know what I like about this camera? You know, they say the camera puts 10 pounds on or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I actually think I look slimmer. So
I was thinking you look svelte.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, lockdown has not been kind to me. Let's tell the truth.
You've been fueled by vegetarian pork pies, I'd imagine.
I have many vegetarian things.
But because now all meat things have got a vegetarian equivalent, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely everything. Yeah.
So they're like probably, spork pies or something like that.
Spork pies.
Made of spelt and lemongrass, I'd imagine.
Made of sporks. So they really hurt your mouth.
Yeah.
But I was going to...
Sporks are good though, aren't they?
Sporks are excellent, yeah, especially if you're out for a walk and you're boiling something up on your billy can.
Yeah. Rarely that happens to me.
Billy can. Listen to me, I'm 100 years old. But I was going to put these on, especially for... What's this? Who's this? Who's this impression?
Is it the bloke out of the Holsteady?
No, not Craig Finn.
Oh, I know it is. Christopher Biggins.
No, it's Jürgen.
Jürgen. Yeah, very
Jürgen.
good. Very good.
Yeah, but tell the watchers, the watchers again. I'm 100 years old.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers what you called me when I first put these glasses on. Can you remember?
I can't remember, but they have got a hint of it. Oh, Reg Oldsworth.
No, well, it's much worse. If you go down a bit, in the credit.
So I've gone Biggins.
Yeah.
Reg Oldsworth.
Yeah.
Who's next down there?
Credibility wise, I'll tell you who it was. Sue
Who was
Pollard.
it? Sue Pollard, of course. Yeah. Could have been worse. Could have been Deirdre Barlett. Well, mine looks frozen, but maybe that means I'm frozen. So that would be a technical disaster. Because we'd still look like we're live, but I can't actually hear him.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Head in hands emoji. I mean, the one thing that could possibly go wrong, and we've got all this sorted out.
Well,
Power cut. I actually had a power cut.
have you now lit your room with candles?
Does that what it looks like?
No, I was just wondering.
Actually, is that what you say?
I think either that, or you may have got an old miner's lamp.
Lovely. Well, your head's a bit shiny, so no.
It is, yeah, because I'm sitting directly under a spotlight.
That's not good lighting. I need to teach you about lighting.
Well, to be honest, I wasn't meant to be here. I was meant to be over there, sat on in front of my bookcase.
Over there by the beef burgers.
Yeah, I've had to move. But I thought that was me going wrong, because I've traditionally got very, very poor internet in my house. So I thought, I saw you'd frozen. I thought, probably me that. And I can just hear myself talking. Otherwise, I could have maybe done 4 or 5 minutes of stand-up while you were doing it.
Yeah, I think, did you have any material prepared?
I've always got the Puffin Book of Jokes 1986 to hand.
Well, there you go. I mean, talk about 5 minutes. That's 5 hours worth.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Picked it up in a jumble sale and never regretted it.
Well, I can do the Tommy. I'm having a skip this week.
Oh, yeah?
That's exciting for me.
Yeah.
Chucking out a lot of things. So we're getting a skip. So I can do the Tommy Cooper skip joke before you interrupt.
Okay.
I rang up the council. I said, I want to skip outside my house. He said, I'm not stopping you. Hey!
It's like a joke. I like it. Have you got a full size skip, or you got one of them mini skips?
Well, there's 8 sizes. I think we're going for like the 7th biggest one.
I'll tell you what, those tiny skips, they look a waste of time.
yeah, exactly. What are you going to get in there?
Just put the stuff in bin bags. Chuck it in the back of your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple.
About four pedal bin. That's what we. Welcome to the skip webcast, by the way.
Skip chat. Yeah.
The skip chat. Skip chat's over with now. That's done. It's finished. Should we talk about music?
Let's talk about music.
What have you been listening to this week?
I've been listening to Banana Gun.
You have. Let's play Banana Gun.
Banana Gun.
Let's play it.
Play a little bit.
Na 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 na. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na.
Banana Gun out of Melbourne, Australia, I do believe.
Sounds nice, doesn't it? Skips a lot.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
They're from Australia, as you said, but they're very influenced by Brazilian music.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bit of the old Tropicalia.
Very nice.
Yeah, refreshing. But quite jangly, as you can hear there. Just good. Just a summer record.
Yeah, you know me. The 2 words that I'm afeared of most in music: jazz
and metal.
No, death and metal I'm down with, but the words jazz and psychedelic.
Yeah.
And when I downloaded that, the word psychedelic wasn't the very first word in the description, so I thought, I don't know, but we'll give it a go. But they sound very good. Very,
very good. So I've listened to that. That came out on Friday. I've probably listened to the album about 6 times since. But it is excellent. I was quite excited for it to come out, because I'd heard a couple of the lead songs on it. So you can't call them singles these days, do they? Can you really?
No, you can't. You're not allowed. The music police will have you.
They will, because unless they're like 7-inch singles or like a single. Remember those? They weren't cassette singles. They were singles.
Yeah.
Without an apostrophe, it was singles.
That was a different. Well, it was a different time.
Simpler times. I'll tell you what, though, that links a little. Well, that links a little bit to something I brought to talk about later on.
Oh, look at that! He's going to talk about whatever that is. A cassette.
Cassettes.
A cassette.
Cassettes.
And yeah. So, "Out of Reach" by Banana Gun. That was the song. It's on an album called "The True Story of Banana Gun." You can get that on Bandcamp at the moment. This is your second choice.
What was it? Are you going to play it first?
Yeah.
I don't care. Let's make the change.
And they're out of Montreal, Quebec.
Yeah, Pottery.
Great name.
Good names. Their first sort of mini album, I didn't think was that good because I saw them live last year and I thought they were amazing. I saw them and Squid quite close together, and Squid are really great, and these were great. And I thought, right, I need to go and listen to them. So I listened to the mini album, which I thought didn't do them justice, but this new album is very, very, very good indeed. Also came out on Friday. And I think, in the words, if I had a Kit Kat, I'd break it and I'd say, you can't sing, you can't dance. You'll go a long way. Do you remember that advert?
Yeah.
What a
That was
classic.
the same time as the man on the train when he says, I've been on my feet since Stoke-on-Trent, is it? That was another classic Kit Kat advert.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember any others.
But yeah, Pottery from Montreal, Quebec. The album's called Welcome to Bobby's Motel. And again, get it on the Bandcamp. That's the best place to get all your music.
Because they seem like the good guys, don't they, these days?
They've always been the good guys. What do you mean?
I know. Well, I've got a lot of stuff off Bandcamp in the past.
Yes.
But now, those days where they don't take any commission and give the band all the money, they seem good, don't they? And they did a Black Lives Matter one the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, and yeah, they're the good guys. They're definitely the best place to get music if you're going to get music. Big up the Bandcamp. Right, my two choices for this week. This is absolutely brand new. I don't know if you've even heard this yet. Do you know what this is? Such a cool band. Such a great, fun band.
Level 42.
Yeah. No, it's a band that you love as much as me, and the single's just come out. It's a new one from T.O.Y.S.
Oh, all right. No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's called Yeah.
Do you know what, though? I still preferred them when they were called Oregon Bike Trails.
Yeah, but they got sued. So,
they did get sued. Which is harsh, isn't it?
It is harsh.
I would think people who organise bike trails, they're normally sort of kind of relaxed, cool guys, you know. So why would they take such offence at a band calling themselves Oregon Bike Trails? It doesn't fit.
The crazy world of litigation. Nat, we've had a comment from Nat. Nat said, louder. I need to be louder. So apologies.
Well,
I'm always because I have a proper mic. In your ears, I'm a bit loud, am I?
Yeah, I have a proper mic.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Sorry. I do apologise.
But it is very loud in my ears.
He's also a bit upset that the picture behind you is crooked.
It is crooked, but not as crooked as the other pictures in this room. You can never get them all right, can you? Never get them all right.
You can't. You genuinely can't. But yeah, T.O.Y.S, great band. Used to be called Oregon Bike Trails. Again, that's their new single, Yeah. And they're a lot of fun, believe me.
They are.
And my second choice is this. That's Waxahachie.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know how to say it either.
I know, it's like if you had like some chewing gum stuck in your teeth and you're trying to pull them apart and then you blow air through it. It's kind of that sound like. Yeah. I think the dog could probably say it quite well. I'll get him in.
Because is it Crutchfield?
Katie Crutchfield, yeah.
And then her sister's also an artist. I can't remember. Alison, I think it is.
It is Alison, yes.
She's very good as well.
And is it Katie or Alison who is the other half of Kevin Morby? Did you know that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Kevin Morby's partner. But that is a lot of people have been raving about that, and rightly, because it is a really great album. Yeah. It's by far and away her best album.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's your music of the week. Sitting in the virtual green room are Egotist, who are going to play their second song. What do you think their virtual rider is in the virtual green room?
I think there's 3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
So I think they've got 6 Satsumas.
And that's it.
No. Bear with me. There's your fruit.
That's just your starter. Yeah.
When I interviewed Craig Finn, who we mentioned earlier, in
The
the show,
aforementioned Craig Finn of the Hold
I
Steady.
can't remember. He was on with the Fleece Brothers, right? And they had a beautiful fruit selection as their rider, but even somebody as cheeky as me couldn't steal the pineapple. But also, why would you have a pineapple on a rider? They're not practical, are they?
No, that's just a statement. That's a statement rider.
It's a centerpiece of your fruit display.
Yeah, it's like you go through stages in music. You know, when you're young and rock and roll, obviously you're asking for all kinds of beer and bottle of vodka each and all that. And then later on in your career, when when you're in recovery, you turn vegan and all you want is fruit.
Yeah. Egotist, though, they've got their satsumas over on the one side, right? Yeah. They've got some cheese biscuits in a bowl, the small ones, you know. They've got them involved. So communal dipping.
Yeah. Well, not good in these times, but
no,
let them do it.
I didn't say they weren't using gloves.
You didn't.
So they've got the communal biscuits there, right? And then on the other side there, you've got miniature sausages on sticks.
I think they're vegetarians. I don't think that's going to happen. They have to be mini veggie sausages on sticks.
Vegetarian sausages on sticks, and then to drink, Schlur.
Yeah, which flavour Schlur though? The really unusual one, the grapey one.
See, I hate Schlur, right, with a passion, but my wife and her family, right, they love Schlur, right? Every family occasion, bring the Schlur out. Oh, it's Christmas. We need 8 bottles of Schlur. 8 bottles of Schlur. Nobody needs Schlur.
It's crazy. Ridiculous. It is a Christmas thing. It's crazy.
Well, they have it at birthdays. They have it any occasion. Schlur.
Anyway,
it's wrong.
I think we should see. Was that close to your rider, Egotist?
No,
Joe, Alfie,
not really. No.
Kirsty,
and he's vegan. Nothing wrong with a vegan satsuma.
No.
We won't get into fresh fruit and veg, but
that's the title of the new Egotist album. We won't get into.
Yeah, good.
Fresh fruit and veg. But I think it's probably time for the guys to play their second song, and we always ask the second song to be a cover. What have you chosen?
Well, we got asked to contribute to Magic Garden Studios. They're doing put together a Black Lives Matter album, and we got asked to contribute a song and a cover. So we're going to do Ghost Poet, Survive It.
Excellent. Hugh's big fan of Ghost Poet. Are you not?
I do like Ghost Poet.
Excellent. Well, we'll hand over to Egotist for their version of the Ghost Poet song.
Yeah. I'm 21 years old and life ain't golden, like Jill Scott said. When you've got no cash, no checkbook, no credit card, life is pretty hard. I'm sure you can see that I'm plus underrated, plus bare knockbacks, been shown the door because they're talking about cutbacks. And what's next? Left or the right door, key in the door won't open. Heartbeat frozen, look to the heavens but nobody's coming. The pie's in the oven, you stop mind wandering, back to the present. It's dinner for one with the dinner lights on, and you're trying to get atmosphere like she was here, but she's long gone. Like Rocky Balboa and Adrian, teardrops while the sick and the Evian. I gotta move, man, but it's hard when you're glued in place. I so desperately wanna leave this pace. In a steamy hot bath, I hide my face. World looks different underwater. I could have had a son or a daughter. water when I had the chance to get trucked to Mallorca. Life is a funny thing with twists and turns. In the bad times, it just breaks and burns. As you get older, you live and learn. You shrug your shoulders, be the bigger man. But I remember nights in December, fairy lights and torn up wrapping paper. Happy times, now it's happy slaps and how big's your gap and all that crap. I'll allow that. I know there's reason to part, but I'll get through if I just remember that. I just wanna live life and survive. I know times are hard. You're against the wall. Your head is down. But I think I'll get there soon. Just have a little faith, mate. It'll all turn out great. I just wanna live life and survive. No. I just wanna live life and survive it.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys. Sorry to anybody who couldn't hear that. It's very frustrating because to me and you, it sounds great through the system, but I'm getting a few comments that people couldn't hear it. But so sorry to anybody who couldn't hear them too well. But Joe, what's the plans for Egotist? Come to the mic.
Yes. Well, it's pretty fresh. So we spent the whole of lockdown just basically, right, we're lucky enough to have everyone in the same house. So we just spent the whole time sort of writing and planning and things like that. So we've got a piano tapes isolation type thing coming out at the end of July. We're going to do, and then we're going to put out another song in about mid-September, sort of a full band kind of thing. But yeah, we're just trying to write some decent tunes, really. Something that actually speaks.
And where can people get your stuff at the moment?
It'll be on everywhere: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, if you're that way.
And I'm a Deezer guy. Don't say it like that. Don't be so condescending about Deezer. And Hugh's got this theory that I hate the French, but Deezer is French. So,
is it?
You know, yeah.
Oh, so are you? You're becoming less right wing.
How many songs have you got written?
About
loads.
Maybe.
Brilliant. That's lockdown for you. And so last question, and is the intention when you get back out there, when we're all released back into the wild, are you going to add other instruments? Are you going to try and keep it at it as it is, see how it goes?
Well, we've got a drummer on standby in Lincolnshire at the moment.
All right, okay.
but no, we've got quite a few sort of synth lines and different kind of ideas for what like bass instruments and things like that. So we're just trying to sort of experiment a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of we're both, me and Alfie anyway, are both brought up quite heavily on kind of guitars and stuff like that. So we're just trying to kind of veer away from that a little bit and use guitars obviously, but only sort of sparsely, and just trying to create some interesting sounds, really.
Yeah, well, that was absolutely tremendous. Thank you so much for being on the show. For those of you watching on Watchback, we're going to compile a lot of the bands and put them in a separate file anyway. So there's lots of ways that you can catch up with Egotist, and look out for them on Bandcamp and all the platforms, including Deezer, in the future. Thanks, guys. Always great to see you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers.
So there you go. That was the excellent Egotist, and an interesting kind of departure, or what do you call it? A left turn for them?
A swerve.
Style wise.
Yeah, I liked it. The last Ghost Poet album was excellent. Came out recently. I do like him. Very, very good. Prolific. Released a lot of good stuff now. Yeah.
He's not quite guided by voices, but he's prolific.
No, he's not. He's not.
So, what have you dragged out of your copious vault this week?
Do you know? Have you got a clip of it?
I've got a clip of it. Yes.
Let's go for the clip.
Let's play for the clip, and then you can talk about it.
Well, isn't it a lovely day? Oh, I'm feeling all brand new. Well, isn't it a lovely day? Oh, voting on Sunday.
Gorky Zycotic Monkey, of course.
Zycotic Monkey. Now, obviously, that isn't on the record I'm going to share with you today, but that was them in their pomp when they were getting played, and I was listening to the Radio 1 breakfast show with Mark and Lard, and that was their single of the week, and it was like, this doesn't normally happen, but I've gone for this one, which anybody who knows Gorky Zycotic Monkey would probably be quite jealous that I've got a copy of that, to be honest, because it's very hard to get hold of that. It's very rarely for sale on Discogs. And I bought it in the National Eisteddfod in 1993 in Builth Wells. So I've kept it since then. There's a very youthful picture of Eros Childs and the rest of the band on the back of it, and it is a really interesting sort of mini album because you can hear them getting told off by their parents for being too loud practicing at home, and it is quite odd, but it is brilliant. And look, I've got the cassette copy as well, which I only got a couple of weeks ago, which has got about 10 extra tracks, which I didn't even know existed until then. But I was quite lucky the other week. I was thinking, I've got a Walkman now. I've got very few cassettes. The only cassettes I had left over, which I found at my mum and dad's loft because I sold all my cassettes when I moved to the States, were this Syd Barrett tape, Opal, which is not easy listening, and another cassette that's very hard to get hold of, which is Farcovi Pawb, which is Griff Rhys before he was in the Super Furry Animals, which I think they're going to start remastering I think they have remastered all the Farcovi Pawb ones, because Cliff Gerlock, or however you pronounce his name, drummer with the flaming lips and with Griff Rhys.
Yeah.
He's been remastering all the stuff, so hopefully they'll get that sort of stuff out. Because if you can get a CD copy of that on Discogs these days, they're over £100. So difficult to get hold of. But with the Gorky's one, what I did, I thought I need some more cassettes. So I went on the Angst record label Twitter, and I thought, well, last time I checked, his website wasn't working. So I messaged him because it still wasn't working. He said, I've taken everything down. So I said, have you got any cassettes hanging about? So he sent me a photo of about 9 cassettes that he could get his hands on that weren't down the back of the attic. So I've got them all. So he said, so he did me a deal. Super Furry Animals, Mum, on cassette. Excellent. Last Apple Luggy album. Some other Welsh stuff people you definitely won't have heard of.
Well, can we go back to the start of this?
We
Patio.
can. Sorry,
No,
Patio.
Patio's their debut album.
Yeah, it's they put out some cassettes before that, and I think some of these are from there, but it's some radio sessions, home recordings, that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is sort of the holy grail for Gorky Zycotic Monkey collectors. And
is Patio song on it?
No.
Right. Well, that's why I couldn't find Patio anywhere.
No, it's not on. It's not on Apple, so I presume it's not on any of the streaming places, including Deezer.
I always liked Patio song because of the Welsh in it, because it's got a great bit of English and Welsh, and I could also always like trill along, pretend to myself that I knew Welsh. And I haven't told you this, but I've been starting using the Duolingo app, and I was teaching myself Welsh. And But I did it for like months and months, and then stopped, and now I can't. Now I can't remember anything apart from Kuru.
Yeah. Well, I had to go at the Duolingo one as well, but I switched to a different app, which is Say Something in Welsh. So it's which is quite stressful. It's quite hard because it goes quite quickly, and you try and do it without pausing the thing. 20 minutes in, I was having a meltdown.
Right, my choice from the vault is this.
Broke her wing. Oh, you poor thing. The hum of the motor gave way to the tick, tick, tick.
So that's Fountains of Wayne, of course. For me, probably the biggest loss of COVID disaster. Adam Schlesinger of the Fountains of Wayne, who I absolutely loved him. Absolutely loved Fountains of Wayne. So yeah.
I've not really listened to a lot of Fountains of Wayne apart from I Want an Alien for Christmas.
Yeah,
but I haven't listened to any of their other stuff.
There's the B-side of of I Want an Alien for Christmas called "The Man in the Santa Suit," about an old drunken Santa, and that's a really good song as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely going to miss them. We've decided that every week we're just going to finish by talking about books.
Yes.
And we're going to recommend to you a music book each every week. So, what's your choice for the end of the show?
My choice is this beauty, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, which is The Dirty Life and Times of Warren Zevon.
Okay.
Or Zevon, however you want to say it. When you read this, you think he was a very badly behaved man. I just flipped to page 160 and there he is holding a gun on somebody. But I've got a feeling as well, he was a big mate of Hunter S. Thompson.
I was going to say he sounds Hunter S. Thompson-ish.
Yeah, but he took an awful lot of drugs. He was horrible to most people he came into contact with. But he has written some great songs. But you read it and you're wincing at some of the stories about him. But he is also really, it's a great read. It's a page turner, but it's when you're reading that, you realize how many great songs he wrote. And he wasn't particularly big over here. He got more sort of critical acclaim when people knew he was dying, and he started to release the last two albums. Sort of got a lot of great press over here, but not a big seller in the UK.
No, and I must admit, apart from the obvious, I don't know his music that well. But a book I'd like to read, I'll give you that one. Yeah,
I've because it was The Colour of Money that made me listen to him the first time because that Where Was London is featured heavily in that film, and I just thought there's an actual song with brilliant piano in it and howling, a man howling in the chorus.
There's not enough howling.
It's not. And then back to Gorky's Psychotic Monkey, Poodle Rocking, you've got a man pretending to be a dog at the start, which is
fairly unique.
Yeah, but also excellent. There should be more of it.
Talking of the drummer, you should have looked up his name by now, but you haven't.
Who?
You're talking about the drummer for Super Furry Animals and for Flaming Lips. The reason I thought of that. Sorry, Cliff.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the drummer in Super Furries. Just plays with Griff, but he was the drummer in Flaming Lips.
Ah, right. Well, what made me think of that is they've got a new song out, I believe, and I've heard that it's back to
normal.
Well, back to Race for the Prize and Yoshimi type days.
Actual songs.
I
quite like the last couple of weird Flaming Lips albums, but it would be good to have a song.
Yeah, it's always good to have a song mixed in, like Guided by Voices. You have an album with 15 songs on it. You have 10 bits and pieces and 5 songs, but that's okay. We like the weird. We champion the weird.
Indeed.
My book is this. David
Oh,
Byrne's
right.
Bicycle Diaries.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I've-
He basically cycles through cities and talks about various things that occur to him on the way. So it's not always about. It's not like you would think it's a travelogue. Me on my bike and I stopped here and had a sandwich. It's things that occur to his very prodigious mind.
But I'd quite like to read that book from David Byrne, where he stops at various cafes.
Well, maybe we can swap books, and then you can, when you've said that, you could tweet him maybe and say, "Dear David, I read your book. I have a few suggestions."
Do you know what I'd like to read? David Byrne's Little Chefs.
Well, there's not many left. Are there any left? I don't know.
No, well, there are some. There are some. They're probably still very overpriced, but or the Little Thief, I always used to call them. But yeah, David Byrne's Little Chefs. Oh, I'd love that. Or David Byrne's Motorway Services.
and on that note, and on that bombshell,
yes,
I think that's probably a good place to stop. Apologies for the power cut. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that.
No.
And apologies if you couldn't hear Egotist too well either. As I say, it's very frustrating because we could hear them fine. So it's very hard to chase up when everything I have on the mixer is absolutely at the max. But we will see you again next week at 8 o'clock. We'll have another fantastic guest for you playing live. It's a good night from me.
A good night from me.